Hello, good morning. Today I'm going to share with you some more of my daily routine. This is part two, optimism and integrity. Yesterday I did a live, and it was about affirmations, which were part of my daily routine. Um, so one of the other things I do is to read the Optimist Creed every day. You can find the Optimist Creed just by Googling it. Um, there's posters and everything, so you can print out a nice fancy sheet to read. Mine's kind of dog-eared from reading it all the time. So the Optimist Creed was written by Christian D. Larson. So it's written in the third person, but when I read it to myself, I read it in the first person. So I'll give you an example. The way it's written goes, promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. So I change it around to be, promise myself to be so strong that nothing can disturb my peace of mind. So I change it a little for myself. Um, that way it just locks it in for me. You can do it whatever way you want, but again, it's real easy to get this. You just look for the Optimist Creed. You can search in the images or just put it through and then just print it off. Okay. So number one, promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. I remember a long time back on Facebook, I was really angry at work, so I put a post on about it, and it was kind of negative. So the next day, I had to go to the office. So two lessons from this. Don't post negative stuff on social media because you never know who's going to be watching you. And be strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. So that's why I'm reading these things to myself to make myself a better person. Second point, promise myself to take health, happiness, and prosperity to every person I meet. What I get from that is rather than gossiping about others or talking negativity, talk about health, talk about things that you can do to make yourself better, talk about happy things instead of negative things that are in the news all the time, right? News, a lot of it's negative because that sells. Promise myself to make all my friends feel that there is something great in them. So I like to do that as well, to make other people feel better. Nobody likes somebody who all they do is talk about themselves and say how great they are and what they did and how much money they make in a new car, right? So that's what I gained from that. Promise myself to look at the sunny side of everything and make my optimism come true. So I did have a hard time with negativity in the past. So I'd look at the sort of more negative side, but this has helped me overcome that. Promise myself to think only of the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best. At one point in time, what I would do is think of the worst thing that could happen, because if anything happened better than that, then you're ahead. So that's not really a good way to be. It's better off if you could imagine everything being the best possible outcome. Promise myself to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as I am about my own. So congratulate others when they do something great or something great happens to them. Make sure you mention it and make sure that you genuinely feel interested in them and not, oh wow, look at them, they get everything. Promise myself to forget the mistakes of the past and to press on to the greater achievements of the future. Okay, so this one is a really good one. So if you're, I learned this from a coach that I had. So if you're stuck in the past, you're going to become depressed, right? Think about it. Because, oh, I should have done that, or if I had done this, this would have happened, right? So when you're stuck in the past, you're depressed. And then if you're always thinking of the future, you're going to be anxious, right? What if I don't have enough money to pay my mortgage, blah, 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 okay? So that's a good one for me. Instead of dwelling on the past, just concentrate on the day that you had. Promise myself to wear a friendly countenance at all times and give every living creature a smile. I don't know if you've ever seen this in some persons, but some people look like they've gone to a convention and they've had beans and cabbage rolls. Everybody in the room had beans and cabbage rolls for lunch, and they come out looking like, this frown on their face. So you don't want to be like that. Promise myself to spend so much time improving myself that I have no time left to criticize others. Again, that's a really good one. I think that there's a few people who mention that. They call it CANI, constant and ever-ending improvement. I think Tony Robbins is one of them. I always work to improve myself. I'll make myself better every day a little bit. And the last one, promise myself to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Excuse me. So a lot of times our fears are unjustified, and if you just go ahead and do the thing, you'll see it wasn't that big of a deal. I was afraid to do lives for the longest time. I figured I'd just babble on and not make much sense, but I feel I'm doing pretty good at it now. And too large for worry. There's been a study done, and only about 8% of what we worry about is actually justifiable. And out of that 8%, 4% we can do something about. So it's a very small number, and most people are worrying about things that they need not worry about. So again, that's a good one. So I read this every single day, even after my operation. Maybe not on the day of the operation, no, I didn't. But every day after and a couple of days after, but I read it every day. Okay, so there's another one right here. This one, I don't know where it came from. I know it comes from a John Maxwell book, but I'm not sure which one. So it goes like this. Again, I read this every day, and this is from John Maxwell. I commit myself to being a person of character. Truth, reliability, honesty, and confidentiality will be the pillars of my life. I'll treat others as I expect to be treated. I'll live according to the highest standards of integrity amid all of life's circumstances. So I read that every morning, and that's part of my daily routine. I have one more live video to do of my morning routine, and then I'm gonna do live on what I do for my nightly routine. So anyway, Aaron L, how's it going? So anyway, that's it for this live. I'll see you tomorrow for part 3 of my daily routine. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great day.